must be doing something right. Well, just keep it moving, cause I'm dancing in the light. I said, I must be doing something right, right, right. Well, out of the darkness, cause I'm dancing in the light. One day I was sitting in my house, I was listening through some of my music. We were recording a new CD, and I realized that many of the songs were with the subject either having to do with peace, love, unity, um, or environmental concerns. I took all the songs that had that subject or somewhat inspirational or with a positive message, let's say, and I put them in a playlist. And I sat down and listened to the entire bunch of songs together, and it ran for about an hour and 20 minutes or so. And it was really wild. It was really, really inspiring to me just listening to the music. I started envisioning a gigantic video screen behind the band um, that would show either videos or still images or just graphic images or just words that would accentuate the message in the music. And I feel like I had sort of like a divine intervention. Like the inspiration didn't come from me. It was something that just came from somewhere else. It was combining my work with my love of music and wanting to help the world in any way I can. It's going to be my life's work, I believe. We have a song called Letter to the World, which is kind of written as sort of an open letter to the world that we need to uh, take better care of the world and the earth, and we're being careless with the planet and um, just basic environmental concerns. Um, Another one, we have a song called Arm Yourself with Love, which is kind of a throwback to the old, 60s psychedelic era. Um, and the message is simply arm yourself with love. We're trying to get a global um, sound and keep that one world, uh, one earth sort of feel to the sound of the music as well as the message. We've been playing for a number of years, air children, so two and three generations we see at our shows, and I think that the target audience is anybody and everybody, but specifically people who enjoy positive vibe music, and people who somewhat are awake and get what's going on in the world and want to come together and celebrate, all these good values together. Its target audience would be people who want to affect a change, people who understand that we are all one. As far as using music for social change, I think that was instilled in me early on from what the Beatles and John Lennon had done, and then after that it was Bob Marley, Stevie Wonder, people like that that really were using their music not just for you know fun and frivolous love songs, which is nothing wrong with that, but for a deeper purpose. That there was some intention behind the music, and that intention was basically that we're all one, and that we need to embrace love and repel hate, and honor each other and honor the earth. Yeah, to as succinctly as I can put into words the concept here of the show is to promote a greener world, to promote unity, to promote racial equality, to promote caring for the earth, and prosperity. That we as a people, have not been prospering. We've been sort of in a decline, and there's no reason for that except that we are not aware of what we all need to do to prosper. We need to care for each other, care for the world, care for the earth, and together, if we realize this and we get more and more people together to to basically become awake, um, all of these things are possible. Then we need to awaken to the potential power that we have if we unite. Um, you can imagine a stage filled with instruments from all over the world, drums, taiko drums from Japan, and sordos and from Brazil, and djembes, from talking drums from Africa, and a gigantic screen behind the band. And you know, it starts off with just drums. It's basically the basis of the show is the power of the drum, power of the energy in the drum, and then the songs will be enhanced by sometimes cool graphics that kind of swirl around the screen. We got a song called um, "Drums for Peace," which is basically just a drum groove and a chant. No more war, drums for peace. And in the video that runs is videos from peace movements all over the world, where there have been like hundreds of thousands of people getting together, promoting peace. The finale of the show will be, our big song called "Dancing in the Light," which is really about celebrating being in the light. It's kind of like coming from the darkness into the light. Out of the darkness, we're dancing in the light, and that's the big show-stopping finale. And of course, there'll be people dancing everywhere, in their seats, in the aisles, on the stage, and it's you know something that's going to be really powerful and make people feel really good. And my hope is that they come away injected with a feeling of oneness, feeling better about themselves and about their neighbors, and having their frequency raised enough to go and spread that around to other people. And we'll see how infectious love can be. We certainly know how infectious hate is. Let's try love for a change. Oh, the other thing that we did on all of these shows, and that was important to me, was that wherever we played, we would seek out a local Native American uh, drum. So when we played on Martha's Vineyard, we got the Wampanoags. They've got a band. They sing and play the powwow drum. They came and opened the show, and they sang songs in their native tongue that were all about unity and friendship and love. But wherever we went, we looked for the local indigenous tribe. It was important to me to pay homage to the natives in that area. They had the 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 roots with the land and the respect for the land, and it was important to tie together um, that aspect of what we were doing and where we were, and draw the power of the Native Americans, and the actual physical land, the space that we were on. We ran the show only for about 6 months. We did about a dozen shows in 6 months, and I think we were getting three to 500 people. It wasn't that big. We were playing smaller theaters. Right now, I'm working with my band, just doing regular shows, as well as freelancing with other bands and doing recording sessions. My plans for the future are to continue playing for as long as I possibly can, and working with talented people, and to put this show together, um, and take it around the country and then eventually around the world. Carmen, you used to go to see the Horde Fest and the Warped Tour. Imagine same kind of a thing, but it's a festival, and all the people there, the concessions are all, Thrive Health Foods and Conscious Corporations, and different companies are doing things that are good for people, good for the environment, so they can promote themselves and have all the bands be bands who are conscious, or bringing in their own form of a conscious message with their music, and have it be like a rolling festival that goes around the world. It it's curious, things have changed since Trump has become president. Um, it feels like it's more urgent for me and for anybody to be doing this kind of thing. But at the same time, there was an initial hesitancy on my part. The last incarnation of the show was not political, but there was some political overtones. And I wrestled this time with that question. I don't want this show to um, repel anyone, and I don't certainly don't want Trump or the government to come down on us thinking that we're a bunch of subversives that are, you know, trying to unite like-minded people to overthrow his regime. Um, so it's been on my mind, and I think that I've just resolved it recently, uh, and I'm absolutely not going to make this in any way political. It should not be about politics. It should not be about blue and red, left and right, Democrat, Republican. I don't care who you are. Everyone needs to thrive. Everyone needs to realize that we can make a better world if we all get together and unite. Not everyone's going to get the concept, but the people who get it can be from all walks of life. We get the name from the law of entrainment, which has to do with synchronization of asynchronous rhythms, whether they're biorhythms, musical rhythms, celestial rhythms, or whatever. The whole concept is trying to bring people together uh, to to realize that the energy that we make when we unite is so much stronger than our individual energy, and to combine everyone's energy in a positive way, and it raises the frequency that is all around us, and that is us.